One of the biggest football stories in Scotland broke a couple of weeks ago, and it was to do with a Lowland League team. Yes, the news that Open Goal and Broomhill wouldn't be working together from the start of next season. It's a shame because I'm all for people trying new things, especially in Scotland where I feel like there's quite a bit of lack of innovation sometimes from the powers that be or with certain clubs. Not every club, but as someone who really likes the game up in Scotland, I want to see the best for it, and I think sometimes you have to do new things for that to happen, and fair play to them for giving it a go this season. I've seen them play a lot, and this is the first time I'll be seeing them play since the news broke they wouldn't be there next season.
Slightly more of the ball, Rangers.
Yeah, I think so. To be honest with you, I thought Celtic would have really come out in the front foot this afternoon. At Celtic Bar, they're 60.
Let me just pause the radio there. Yeah, obviously the Old Firm is on right now. I was at the biggest Glasgow derby yesterday, Thistle against Queen's Park, but today is actually a Broadwood derby. Open Goal Broomhill, although they were sort of the main part of my intro there, they're actually not the home team today, despite playing at Broadwood obviously as their home stadium. Cumbernauld Colts are technically the home team today. I don't know if they'll swap dressing rooms or whatever. I think they have their own dressing room each, or they might be very similar anyway, because it's sort of like a neutralish stadium, I think, Broadwood. But yeah, I'm actually really interested to hear from someone from Cumbernauld Colts' perspective. One of the first ever press passes I ever had was for a Cumbernauld Colts game. During the COVID years, I saw Kelty Hearts play there in the Lowland League. That just goes to show how long ago that was. They're up in League One now, but yeah, because obviously I've seen Rangers women use it as a home stadium. I've seen Glasgow City ladies use it as a home stadium. I've seen Cumbernauld Colts use it as a home stadium. I never saw Clyde use it as a home stadium, but I've seen Open Goal Broomhill now use it as a home stadium. Like, with all these different teams that have played there in the past, I wonder how it is for them. I wonder how it's been for them with all the media stuff that's been going on around Open Goal Broomhill. For Cumbernauld Colts, you know, they've been there throughout the whole thing. They've been there at this stadium for the Clyde days and now the Open Goal Broomhill days. The one constant has been Cumbernauld Colts, who I know are a really cool club, well established in the Lowland League as well. So yeah, we're just heading round to the ground now. I shall see you there in just a second.
And it is Celtic's top scorer for the season. Celtic 1, Rangers 0. Kyogo rolled into him, back to goal, spins, smashes the ball goalward. McGregor gets something on it, can't keep it out, and with 26 gone, barring VAR intervention, it's Celtic 1, Rangers 0.
VAR would need to have a vivid imagination to call that one off.
So I'm David Proctor, the first team manager at Cumbernauld Colts.
And so I've obviously been to a lot of games here at Broadwood before. I've seen Cumbernauld Colts play before here. There's been a lot of change within the stadium with different teams. Clyde, Open Goal Broomhill, a few of the ladies teams as well have used it as a home stadium too. What's it been like for Cumbernauld Colts during that time? Yeah,
it's been obviously a kind of constant from our point of view, where you know, we've been playing at Broadwood now for quite a few years. Been about Cumbernauld over the course of 40, 50 years, 60 years as a youth club as well, before then getting invited into the inaugural Lowland League. So yeah, it's just one of these things that, you know, we've tried to kind of keep our kind of head straight, that it's a constant. We turn up, do our job, and everything else that kind of goes around about. Cool. They just got on with their thing and we got on with ours.
Nice. And I've done a lot of coverage of the Lowland League as well, Western Scotland League, Eastern Scotland League, and sort of leagues in and around that level. What are your thoughts personally on the pyramid system? Would you like anything changed?
At the moment, it's definitely progressed since I started. I was a player at East Kilbride, and you know, since then the Lowland League's getting stronger and stronger. The West of Scotland underneath us, and then the East of Scotland Premier. You know, very strong teams in those leagues as well. So cool. The structure at the moment has certainly progressed. So if we keep seeing that progression over the next few years, then I'm sure Scottish football as a whole will benefit from it.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Broadwood Stadium as sunny as this. Usually when I come, it's freezing cold, it's raining, and the elements are coming in. Looks quite an open stadium. As you can see, look, all around there, even like the gaps there, like the windy elements really do come in. But yeah, looking forward to this. Obviously, it's literally at half time of Celtic versus Rangers right now, so I don't know how many people are going to be here.
Derek Lyle, part of the coaching staff at Broomhill, open goal.
And so how have things been in the past few weeks at the club?
To be honest, it's a wee bit disappointing and a wee bit harsh for the boys in that. A wee bit low because they obviously came out that they were parting ways, and so it's been tough for the boys, but we're just here to try and pick them up and see them through for the last 4 games and hopefully find them clubs.
And what about the pyramid system in general then? Is there anything that you would maybe do to improve it if you could wave a magic wand?
I think there's been talk the last few seasons. I don't know if it will happen, but yeah, I would say that obviously the winner goes up and then it should be like maybe 2nd, 3rd, 4th in a playoff spot. The way they do it, I think they do it the champion. When I played in the championship with Queens, we done that, and it always gives you something to play for. Of course. Because you could be maybe mid-table and you can always reach the playoffs.
Because at the moment, if you're even like 4th, 5th, 6th, there's not a lot to play for, is there?
Well, look at, for instance, you look at Queens Park. Watched them last night. They've been top for a while.
Yeah.
They've had a wobble. They could get caught now, but they've still got the playoffs. They could go up.
Exactly.
So. It's harsh for them to get pipped at the end, and I just think a pyramid keeps everybody in it.
Yeah, perfect. And last question for you. It's like the Broadwood derby today, isn't it, between yourselves and Cumbernauld Colts? A bit of a rivalry.
So I'm told,
between
I'm told there's a bit of bad blood. No, I just think because we play at the same stadium and stuff, they'll be desperate to beat us. I think we beat them last time, and so I respect the other team, but we'll be going to try and win this game.
Hi there, Ian Arson, Chairman, Cumbernauld Colts.
And so tell people a little bit about the club that they may not have heard before.
Okay, so the club is really a community club, based in Cumbernauld. We've got over 600 kids, we've got the Lowland League team, and we've also got the women's and ladies team as well, so very much a community. And
so what do you make of like the changes that have happened in this stadium over the last 2, 3, 4 years? The women's teams, Clyde, Open Goal, Broomhill, but you've been a constant throughout.
Well, we have, and I think the message to people coming out is come and support your team. We're here for the long term. Clyde have left, Open Goal, don't know what's happened to them next season, so very much come and support us.
And what would you say about the Lowland League in general? As a chairman of a football club in the Lowland League for a number of years now, what would you change about the league if you could wave a magic wand tomorrow?
Direct promotion into League 2 without question. I think that ventilation into League 2 would be fantastic. Yeah, and there's a lot of clubs I feel like that could do really well in League 2, but it'll just take them years and years to get there with the way things are right currently. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a hell of a competitive league. It's in terms of on the park, there's a lot of teams that have come up from east of Scotland, west of Scotland. They've got substantial resources. A community club like ours becomes a bit more difficult to compete with, but we do our best and we try to do things right. Oliver, big Cumbernauld Colts fan, as I can see. What's the score going to be today?
2-0 Colts.
2-0 Colts. What's the score going to be?
3-2.
3-2? Yeah? 3-2? Not the biggest turnout again, Old Firm Day today, but had a really good welcome from Cumbernauld Colts, the home team today. It's their family day today. You might have seen a few of their kids and stuff coming out with the team, but yeah, a lot of the family here today. It looks like Queen of the South legend Derek Lyle is taking the team today for Open Goal Broomhill, with Slaney as the coach as well. No Cy Ferry here today, I don't think. Really simple goal for Cumbernauld Colts. There you go. It's not been a great end to the season, obviously, for Open Goal Broomhill, and obviously with the news of recent weeks as well. But it's 1-0 to Cumbernauld Colts now in the Broadwood derby. And I don't know if it would affect the players if obviously the manager isn't here today for the away side in their home stadium. That looked offside, and it is. But yeah, it's obviously I've been chatting to and have showed you loads of Cumbernauld Colts people today. Great to speak to them. It's been a long time since I've covered them as the home team. Stand-in manager Derek Lyle has been booked. The refs dished out a few yellows in this half, and Derek Lyle isn't going to be any happier because Cumbernauld Colts have got a penalty. And I love the Lowland League. There's so many talking points, especially given what's happening with Open Goal Broomhill from the start of the season all the way till now. Obviously the B teams as well, and many other things. Spartans look like they're going to win it. Trinent, who have done so well this season. University of Stirling, I absolutely love this league, and really want the best for it. Obviously there's 19 teams in this league as well. I wish they'd even that out for next season, but yeah, here at the Broadwood derby today, obviously, as I've mentioned a few times, but just love all the talking points, the amount of games, teams I've seen covered, and nice to be here. Getting towards the end of the season now, nice sunny day. Half time, 2-0 Cumbernauld Colts.
Belly Mortimer.
We've got another coffee, we've got Bickies here. But yeah, players are out for the second half. I'm just back to my seat. 53rd minute, I didn't even realise I was enjoying myself in there so much, chatting away to the people of Cumbernauld Colts. And yeah, we'll see how the second half pans out. The ref's had to talk to so many players for Descent. I think he's booked one for Descent already, and obviously Lyle, the stand-in manager today, he's having a lot of conversations with players. I don't know if he could just let it go a little bit or if he really does need to chat to him, but it's been one of them games today. Another yellow card for Descent, I think. Broomhill thought they should have got the decision. Oh, it's the second. 2 yellows in a row. And a red card. The referee has been a busy man today. 2 yellows in literally 2 seconds. Shaking his head as he's going off. It's been a while since I've seen anything like that live at a game. You often see it on TV sometimes, don't you, where like a player will get 2 yellows straight away. But yeah, we're 88 minutes in now, and the second half's not been great. It's certainly not been a classic, but look, it's just nice to be here in the press box. I've been editing as I go, as per usual. Very busy on these weekends. I've got 3 games this weekend, 1 yesterday, 1 today, obviously that I'm at right now, and 1 tomorrow. But yeah, it's just been great being back in the Lowland League again. I absolutely love it. But the second half, I mean, it's been petering out a little bit, but it has been physical. Every time like a player will pass it and he's got someone on his back, there'll be like a little nudge between them. Speaking of the referee being a busy man, Brock Watson has just won a penalty for Open Goal Broomhill. Can he mount a late comeback here? I don't know if he'll add any extra time. 89 minutes in here.
Goal for Open Goal Broomhill, scored by number 10, Brock Watson.
Oh, Cumbernauld has just rolled on across the box there, and there's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. We may be about a minute in to it already. Still in there. Oh, into the keeper's arms. There you go. 2-1 Cumbernauld Colts in the Broadwood derby.
Full-time unit fixtures at Broadwood Stadium. Cumbernauld Colts 2, Open Goal Broomhill 1.
Bit of like a mid-table clash today, really, and maybe probably the last time I'm going to see Open Goal Broomhill this season. But I just wanted to cover them one more time, speak to 1 or 2 people from the club, which we did. We spoke to Derek Lyle today for the first time on the videos as well. So he's a really nice guy. Spoke a few times at a few games. But yeah, just interesting to see how it's sort of ending really for them. It feels like sort of the end of my journey watching them potentially as well. I don't know if I'll maybe see them once more, probably not, maybe this is it, but at the very start, the very first early games, you had people like Charlie Mulgrew, Andy Halliday, Kevin Kyle come into games, and now you just don't really have the interest in it as much, especially as I suppose since since the news came out they won't be there next season. But Cumbernauld Colts, really welcoming club. So many people behind the scenes who haven't come on the video today. So welcoming to me. So a massive thank you for that. I'm full of like sausage rolls and biscuits and coffee, more importantly. So cannot complain. I hope you're all enjoying your Easter weekend. I have another game tomorrow. Genuinely, honestly, I didn't even know it was Easter till like a few days ago, and my mate said it's just like constant content and thoughts in my mind of what I can do and what videos I can do. So yeah, please do subscribe for more videos. I'm off abroad next week for about a week or so, and I'm planning more trips away as well towards the end of this season. So lots to look forward to. So do make sure you're subscribed. Just check down there and see if you are. I know a lot of people say they are, and then they check and they're not. So just check if you're not. Please hit that button. Thank you very much, and goodbye.